Hello, everyone. It's Diane, the massage mentor, and I am so excited because I have Paul Kelly with me. Paul,
Thanks.
I feel like I'm with a massage star,
Yeah,
having you here on the computer screen, and you're so humble to say, but it's really great to see you. It's great to meet you live on Facebook. And
sure.
so I'm just going to dive right in as I often do.
Okay.
And I found it fascinating that you have so much a really cool background in sports to the
Yeah,
point where we go everywhere from a cheerleader on a cheerleading squad to
right,
like a bodybuilding
right. Yeah, so
genius. So can we just start with that stuff? Because I think this is just my personal opinion, and then I'll let you speak. Sorry. Hi, Paul. I'm really excited. You can tell I'm very
yeah,
excited. But I just think the more we use our body and the more we diversify our own body and get to know it and do different things with it, the easier it is for us to work on bodies. So that
yeah,
alone makes me a fan already, knowing that you've done so many things.
sure. We have a saying in our profession that you can't teach experience. And that's something that you have to learn also with doing physical exercise. So in using your body and then having injuries and then rehabbing injury, if you've never done that before or been through that process, it's really hard to describe it to somebody else.
Yes.
So yeah, I had, obviously I have a myriad of injuries all over my body from all the different things that I've been involved in over the years. But yeah, I was in high school. I never really was in varsity cheerleading or anything like that. I was a big track guy, ran the decathlon, was big into track, and was big into football and soccer. So I played a lot of those sports. And then I dived in just a little bit of the gymnastics stuff on the
Oh,
side.
awesome.
As a hobby, I was a power tumbler. So doing some of that stuff. And I was actually had a job in a gymnastics facility working, and the cheerleading company from University of Tennessee was there, and they put the girls in the belts, and they toss them up in the air and they're doing their flips and stuff. And I'm like, man, that is so cool. I want to do that. And I had some scholarships in college in track, but I didn't have a full ride. So it's expensive to go to college, as you know, and my parents weren't paying for it. So, I'm got to go out there and make it. And so I went over to them and they were like, hey, you're a really good tumbler and you look like you're pretty strong. Are you athletic? I go, yeah. They go, if you can learn how to stunt with these girls and throw them in the air and do all these tricks, you can get a full ride, full scholarship.
Well, hello.
Well, that's all I had to hear. Right? I was like, I'm in, man. I'm a broke kid, So I go in there, I try out, I get a full ride, and it was kind of weird, but it taught me where I am today. I learned in college in the athletic training room. And so I was a student, not only in exercise science and sports med in college, but I also worked as a volunteer in the athletic training rooms at the University of Tennessee. And so that's where I really started to learn. And not only on my own injuries that I sustained, which was many, from broken clavicle to concussions to dislocated thumbs to whatever, all kinds of back injuries, dislocated shoulder. I've had to rehab all these things on myself, and in that process, it's taught me how to love my body, also appreciate my body, and also how to treat my body. And so now I've developed a program based off of rehabbing the brain and the body together. And it goes along with our massage therapy format, and it's a movement science approach, exercise science approach, but it's really exciting where it's taken me. So that's kind of my background. I was a varsity cheerleader for 5 years on a full ride scholarship. I got to travel. I went to 4 national championships. I went to go some good friends with Pat Summitt before she passed away. Fantastic mentor of mine too. What a wonderful lady she was. 3 national championships with her and the Lady Vols, and then also a national championship with the men's football team in Tempe, Arizona, and then also competed on a national level on ESPN for 4 years. And then post that, I did professional all-star cheerleading, which is like you see on pro stuff, and then got involved in bodybuilding. So it's like, yeah, exactly. Started doing what I thought was actually physical fitness, right, at that time in my life. And as we know today, obviously fitness has many faces.
Yes.
So that was where I was because I thought that was kind of, hey, I needed to look this way, We'll talk more about culture and how that can do that to you. But yeah, and that's where I was. And so I competed ended up winning the state championships here in Tennessee. So Mr. Tennessee in 2003, which was pretty exciting in
That's
the
awesome.
open heavyweight division. Weighed 212 pounds at about probably 3.8% body fat at that time. So, just worked on symmetry, worked on the aesthetics of the body. I wasn't a massive guy, but I was more aesthetic. I worked on balance, and that's what I preach today. I preach symmetry and balance in the brain and in the body. So, it's still going along with what I do, so yeah.
I know for me too, I think that's been a major thing for me too, because I've gone from, as a female, to have a 50-pound dumbbell in one hand, a 50-pound dumbbell in the other hand, and do chest press.
Sure.
There was a certain way I ate, there was a certain way I thought, there was a certain way I was, to go into a vegan.
Yeah.
To trying all different kinds of things, but trying all those different kinds of things like you, it's helped me to relate to a lot of people and their bodies, which I think is a huge gift.
Yeah.
So how did you get into teaching?
It's interesting. In college, I was an exercise science sports med major. I went to a structural integration school that was a George Caselius core integration school. I don't know if you know George, but he had it's a 10-step Rolfing approach, just like Ida Rolf had put out. So that's what I learned in school. It left me with a big question mark actually afterwards. As you know, from therapy school, you go to therapy school and then, what do I do with all this? So I was studying osteopathic manual therapy here locally, thought about going and get my doctorates in that. And there's a school locally that I was looking at. So I had been looking at manual therapy. And then Eric Dalton, who was at that time starting his career in this myoskeletal alignment that we now know of, had started putting pamphlets out in the mail. We used to get those mailed out pamphlets, And I'm like, who is this guy? All this stuff. But it said osteopathic manual therapy, and that's what I was studying. So it kind of resonated with me. And so then I reached out. I went to a seminar that he had in Nashville, actually. And he was doing what I was doing. I was like, wow, all the stuff I was doing in athletic training and in college and stuff I had learned, I was answering all of his questions in his class. And he's going, who are you? So at the end of the class, he's like, hey, man, who are you? He's like, you answered all my questions in here. He's like, what do you do? And I said, hey, I have a business called the Temple Human Performance. It's here in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was the first human performance business in this area.
Cool.
Structurally on body work and then training, teaching people how to combine these two industries. And he's like, hey, man, I need someone like you. Would you be interested in being a TA with me and traveling? And I said, yes, I would.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, more education. I love it. So,
awesome.
And then that's kind of how that relationship started. As you know, that's been 20 years ago now.
Oh, wow. I didn't know so long.
Yeah, been doing it for quite a while all over the country, as you know, internationally some. And then developing this new model of physiokinetics that we now call, now I've gotten it board certified by the NCTMB, and then also by Massage and Bodywork Professionals, and then now by ACSM. I'm really pumped about ACSM, American College of Sports Medicine's got us on the board, and then NASM, and then we've got also the body of athletic trainers, the BOCs, with us. We're really pumped up about having them on board. So we're really excited about where we're taking movement science and manual therapy, especially, using the modalities of myoskeletal like I've been doing in the past. And it goes really well with a brain-based model. And so that's kind of where I'm at today. And it's been a lot of work. And
yes, it has.
Yeah, a lot of travel. But, I enjoy helping people. And I think if you can remember why you started it, this really, the journey was for me to help people. And it doesn't change. It doesn't change who I am. Like you said, I don't consider myself just a healer, someone who's God's given me the gift to help people. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about what you're working on with the new class and all that. Just to tell us what's a little different about it. Tell us what you're up to.
I'm going to grab my box here. I'm excited about my product because it's taken me almost 2 years to design and develop, and have it manufactured. And it's going to be so cool for the clinicians too. Here's one of our boxes. So I'm going to get it really close up here.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So that's our symbol. The symbol is the infinity symbol.
Love it.
And it's about cross patterning. Obviously, you can see the man in the middle. And basically,
That's awesome.
we live for movement, right? So we have to move for life, which is the infinity. And we also have to move in cross patterns to keep our brain alive. So basically, the symbol symbolizes all those things. And at the very bottom, it's kind of hard to see it, but it says mobility, stability, power, and performance on the bottom. And those are the 4 levels of our pain management system. And what that symbolizes is basically how you build a body. You know, how do you start? And people, and this is, I'm not just the first person to talk about this. You know, Dr. Stuart McGill's another one who I follow. Craig Liebenson, dynamic neuromuscular stability, is a fantastic example of what we're doing. So I am, you know, like I'm still another person in the industry talking about these things, but they're out there. And I just put it down into a simple plan. I made a plan. Lorimer Moseley, I don't know if you know who Lorimer Moseley is in pain management, pain science. He talked about having a motivation for people and giving them a lot of input and then giving them a plan. And so that's what I did with this program. I designed 4 levels from mobility, starting them off on mobility, also training their brain on the movements that they forgot or lost. They lose movements as you age, as you know. You stop doing these things, you lose them.
So true.
You know, we sit and we move forward. We sit and then we move forward, right? What else are we doing? So basically the mobility level teaches you complex movement again. On the ground, ground-based, like Feldenkrais. We put some Feldenkrais in it. We put some yoga in it. We put some
nice
nerve gliding in it. We put all kinds of different types of neuroscience and movement in it. And it rebuilds the neurologic memories, basically, and also the mobility of the body. So we're getting all that stuff back, getting the core strong, the intrinsic muscles. And then we get you standing and we start working on reflexes. So reflexive training builds posture. So we know this from research. If you don't train your brainstem from moving, you lose your posture. It inhibits your posture. So then you start to fall forward, as our model is showing. You know, look at these. Everybody you look at, I got pictures I show them in class, right? And everyone's doing this. Right? You know, everyone's leaning forward. It's an inhibited position that we get in and we memorize it. So I teach people how to get out of it. I have some specific exercises that I use. My proprioceptive pad I made. Check that sucker out. And this. So I love this little pad here. I'm trying to figure out how the camera works. Anyway, this is my special proprioceptive pad here, you know, that we made so that you can use not only if you had knee replacements on the ground to kneel, to get yourself on the ground, but also use it for your head for proprioceptive training. So we use it for the ankles on standing, for proprioceptive. We use it for a lot of different things in our program that helps people build posture and helps them try to feel safe again in their body, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's level 1. And then I also got that certified for the massage therapist. So if you're a massage therapist out there and you want to take level 1 with us, we have those certified, and level 2 is certified right now. I'm teaching those. I'll be talking about that a little bit, but we're teaching them across the country next year. And we teach all the science behind it, all the research, and I do it in my clinic. So here at my clinic, it's working. It's working so fast. It's crazy. Like people come in here and I start putting them through this program. We treat them on the table, and then we go take them in the gym and we put them through the physiokinetics. And I mean, I'm talking fast, like a month. These people are amazed how much better they are. And so that's how it starts. And then level 2, just to get into it, is a stability level. So you got to build joint stability second. Okay, so we go from mobility to stability, joint stability, all the joints, the spine, the neck, the rotator cuff, the hip capsules. Everything needs to be stable because it pleases the brain. That's what your brain wants.
Yes.
That's what your brain wants. If you're all loosey-goosey, my yoga people sometimes are not knocking it, but they're the loose people, right? And they're so loose, the brain's not happy. And so they start to get real stiff. And that's why they feel stiff, is because they're so loose. Did you know that? You know that when we loose it, we stretch ourselves out and then we get stiff because the brain didn't like it, because we didn't provide stability.
I love that.
So we need to provide, so level 2, we're going to do that to the body. We're going to teach your brain that everything is stable and that I can relax. It's the backwards way of thinking about it. But when you work out and you get stable, your brain lets the muscles relax. So we do that in level 2. Level 2 is a pain management, also has a lot of good movement in it too, to teach the brain different, maybe lost movements that you don't have. And then we get you stable, strong and stable. And people don't need to do any more than that. If they just want to do level 1 and 2, they could live in that for the rest of their life and be pain-free, you know? Or they can go up. We go to level 3. Level 3 is power, endurance. So some people like me, you know, you're a weekend warrior. Maybe you're a hiker. Maybe you're a skier. I'm getting ready to go snowboarding. You know, you got to get into some activities that you like. You want to have that cardio endurance workout. Well, you get that in level 3. Level 3 kind of brings it up another notch. You get a little more cardiorespiratory. You're going to burn a little more fat. You're going to probably obviously increase your muscle mass a little more, help with your bone density. All these things are going to happen in level 3. While we're teaching cross pattern, we're still teaching the brain right, left hemisphere cross pattern. So all this stuff is happening in level 3. So it's a really good fitness workout. And it's all band awesome. Degenerative. It doesn't hurt the joints. All my bands, check these bands out. I've got them all set up so that they don't hurt. I've made specific handles. This is my alma mater band, the Big Orange Band.
Ooh.
Got to say shout out to UT. But anyway, some people in Texas won't like that. But here's we have these really nice carabiners that we had made with our Physiokinetics logos. And these are made for our tree straps that we have and mobility straps so you can go work out in the woods.
Nice.
Check out our handles. I'll show you our handles are really cool. It took me a lot of time to make all this stuff because we had to keep on testing it. So these are our clip-on handles. These handles just clip straight onto your band so that you have your band and then you clip it straight on and you're outside or you're wherever you want in your hotel room and you can work out. So there's no really restrictions in where you work out. You can do it anywhere. And level 1 and level 2, you don't even need much. I mean, level 1's basically all body weight.
But so, I think let me jump in for 1 second because
go ahead.
It's so important. I think a lot of people are like, all of a sudden, they're like, I'm going to get fit.
Yeah.
Well and balanced. And they go from sitting on the couch to like CrossFit, lifting 170 pounds.
Trying to, yeah.
Trying to. So it's like really very intelligent, you know, a really intelligent process. So thank you so much for sharing. And what's 4?
4 is like pro. Like if you're a pro, like my pro athletes, I have a sponsorship of pros that I've been working with, and I'm really pumped up that they're awesome. Yeah, man. So I've represented the football and PGA, and now I've got a Nitro Circuit pro skateboarder. I've got, you know, some different people that are doing it. It's for all sports. People that are really high level, they're fine tuning their body. You know, everything that we preach in body work, like cross patterns, like where is your strong cross pattern? That's where your fascial bias is. What's a fascial bias? It's where you go, isn't it? So if you're a right-handed person, if you're right-handed, you go right to left, don't you? So that's your fascial bias. That's where you're strong. So we take it out of you. We take this out and make you balanced so you don't get injured. That's what keeps people from getting injured. That's why you have injuries, neck injuries, low back injuries, pelvic torsions, all these things we see that we take out on the body work and the table. This workout will take it out with a neurologic component. So that's level 4. It's really neat stuff, and I'm pumped about getting it out there. So
it is so cool. It's so thoughtful, and just hearing your background just makes it even that much stronger for me. Yeah. Just knowing that you yourself have done so much with your own body, and I think that's why your presentation is so brilliant. It's because
thanks.
You know, you're an intense man. You know what you're talking about. Not only do you know the science part, but you've also been through a lot of stuff yourself. So
yeah,
I am so excited for all of us that you've put this together. I think it's genius, and not only that, but you have all these cool gadgets we can use, and I'm so excited. So tell us where, how, when.
Okay, so I'll give you my schedule. Here it is. I'll stick it up here too. Right. I'm so prepared, right? Okay. So the Mo's and the Studs. The Mo's are mobility classes. So Tampa, February 8th and 10th. Salt Lake City, March 14th and 16th. San Antonio, April. And those are all mobility classes. So those are all going to be the beginnings of mobility.
Oh, that's awesome.
In Nashville, we'll be doing a stability class. In Tucson, Arizona in August. Another stability class, Niagara Falls in September.
Niagara Falls?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, Virginia Beach. It's a great location.
Woo-hoo.
Stability. So that's my schedule next year. And basically, physiokinetics.com and templehp.com. You can sign up there. We've already got everything up. Facebook, you can find me, Paul Kelly. If you don't find me there, I've also got a Physiokinetics page now. Come like that. We also have a YouTube channel I'm pumped up about. Y'all need to come check this out. We're going to be posting all kinds of quick fixes for people, how to fix people with my physio program. and you'll get to see it work in live action. So you're going to see my clients, also celebrities I bring in. We're bringing in pros. So we'll be shooting celebrity workouts, pro stuff coming in, all my pros that come through the clinic, and showing you live how it works, you know,
Yes.
and yeah, how to fix things that you never knew that you could, and how to combine your body work into it. So that's what's really cool.
So excited for you because there's just so many. I've never heard anything but positive, 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 and how incredible you are and incredible in the classroom. So I am so excited that you've put all this stuff together for us. It's just one of the coolest things. And like I said, I'm so honored to have you on. Is there any last words or words of wisdom that you want to share with us? Because of course I'm going to beg you to talk to me again, maybe in a few months. But
sure.
Until then, any words?
Yeah, for wisdom for the body worker out there, the massage therapist, I would say if you feel like you're in burnout, and you're pushing a lot of clients. I mean, I push 40 people a week in my clinic still. People are like, how do you do all that? I just love it. But if you feel like you're in burnout, you know, you need to go do a seminar.
Yeah.
Seriously, get out of your classroom and go inspire your brain into something different. Like come out there and see us. You know, I always avoided that stuff. I was like, I'll just do something online, or, you know, I know everything. You know, I don't need to go learn research, right? I know everything. No, I would say if you feel like that and you're in this profession, get out there and learn some new stuff, and you'll be surprised how your practice grows. It sparks your energy, and you're excited because now you know what you're doing is really affecting people.
And we need our people.
Yeah.
You need to be around our people.
You do, right? Yeah. And get your self-care, right? This program actually is for you. This Physiokinetics right here is for also the therapist.
Yes. I agree 100%.
Yeah. So check it out. Come, and we have sales, obviously. 20% off clinician sales right now, 30%.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we have studio packages I'm pumped up about. It's like a whole bar system, like the PKT bar system in your office. So you can have your 10 by 12 room that you work in. And I'll just show you really quick my office. I'm sitting in my therapy room. So here's my therapy office. Okay, there's Evan over there.
Hi, Evan.
Yeah, and we're just sitting here. And then right in your own office, you have your bar on the wall and your mounts, and you can do your table work and your training right in your office.
Amazing.
Yep.
Practicing what you preach. It's right in your own place. I love it.
Yeah.
What an honor. I'm so grateful and thankful that you've been with me. And like I said, just for everyone who might not have seen everything, or you don't have to always rewind, I'm going to post all the information that Paul shared with us so you have a really easy time finding him. I'm sure most of you already know who he is, but it doesn't hurt to put it up again anyway. So Paul, if you would hang tight while I end the session. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us, Paul. Awesome work. Thank you so much for all your hard work for all these years. I know there was times where it was not easy. So thank you for hanging in there and being with us today.
Sure. Thank you.